It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell out with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell out with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, yeah, you take me higher, baby.
Welcome to Saturday Night Bottom Aggressive News Show with Let's Be S3. I am your host, Marlon, along with Anna Hart. And yes, we have a brand new intro.
That's so cool. I love it.
As you can see from the title, oh, I'm sorry, Diaz will not be with us tonight. Family obligations, fun, well, not for him, but for the kids, it's fun family obligations. He'll get over it. The price of being a father. Tonight, as you can see from the title, we will be getting into a brand new segment. One, because I wanted to clean out my files, and two, because I think it's really interesting that sometimes being an a-hole, you just do not recognize that you are. It's just some people, they just really don't think they are. They really think they're right. So today's title, as you see, is not Am I the A-hole? It is Am I the devil? And I won't be able to explain it to you. We've had segments like this before, but when I tried to explain it, it didn't come off the way. So Dabness of r/ had a better way of explaining what Am I the devil? r/ Am I the devil is. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. We may or may not get through it. If we don't for the first hour, no big deal. This is the last weekend of the month that we'll be on. And that does not mean we'll be coming on. Oh, wait a minute before I say that. Yeah, we will be coming on the first weekend of November, but we also will be returning on the 5th of November to do a Mama Hart's birthday bash and election update sort of thing. Don't care about the election thing. I care more about Mama Hart. But since we're going to have the election going on with that, let's just go ahead and combine the two. We also do have a regular Am I the A-hole, a interesting positive story of the week, and I'll get into that in a second. Mafia video of the week, and of course, Foxy's videos of the week. Whew. Hey, Anna.
Hello. I like the new beginning.
You like what?
I liked the new beginning.
Yeah.
Did you make that?
No.
No, not you.
No, not me.
Hmm.
No, but the funny thing about it is, only cost me $18. So
That's not bad.
So I'll be hopping back on there soon to do it for Radical Truth to Power.
That's
Um,
great.
so it was cool. I mean, the guy was very good. He was from Pakistan. He was very
Oh,
thoughtful. He was very quick. I think I paid Thursday. I got the whole thing today.
wow.
So,
That's wonderful.
but yeah, I just wanted to spruce it up a little bit. The year is almost we've had that introduction since the beginning of Saturday Night Vibe, the
Mm.
very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So let's spruce it up a little bit. Showcase us for a change, But anyway, let's see who we all got out here. Hey, Kinko's in the
Professional.
house. First live stream I've been able
Hello.
to catch. Good evening, beautiful people. Kinko, how are you? Kinko Free Thinking Forum is his YouTube video. So please have a chance to go check him out. Me and Theas did a recording with him. It was fun but it was fun. And Theas is in the house. Theas, did you get to see the new introduction? I don't know if you did or not, but just let me know. Did you see the new intro that I have for the show? And I'll play it again. Of course, I'm gonna play it again after the beginning of the second hour anyway. But I
Mm.
don't think you here to see it.
No, he should be driving by then,
Yeah,
or
he should be driving by
somewhere.
then.
But
Wait a minute.
no,
He
I'm
said,
about 2/3 of the way through that video that you guys did with Kiko, and there's a lot of information to digest and think on. It's really good stuff.
"Thank you." He said, "Nope, I missed it." So here we go. The new and approved Saturday Night Vibe. Really liked it. I really did like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's get this party started. So, like I said, we've done these segments before. I tried to explain what Am I the Devil is. I think I botched it really bad. I was just throwing little words
If
out
I
there.
remember, it's kind of like a worst of the worst of AITH.
Yeah, but that's where I
Yeah,
messed up.
not
It's not about Am I the A-hole? but I'm gonna let Damnus explain it a lot
Okay.
better than I can.
Okay.
Welcome to r/Am I the Devil? And this is a new subreddit, which I'm actually excited about because these stories are pretty good. This has no connection to r/Am I the Butthole or r/Am I Wrong? It just kind of sounds like it based on the title. Basically, this is a curated subreddit where they take stories from other subreddits, kind of like r/Best of Reddit or updates, except the posters on these posts are awful human beings. One of the problems with Reddit is when someone makes a post and they are clearly in the wrong, people will downvote that post into oblivion, so you never see the post because they don't have any upvotes and they never make it to the top. Alternatively, a lot of people will delete their posts out of embarrassment after getting blasted in the comments. So this subreddit is a chance to see the worst of the worst human beings that Reddit has to offer.
Okay, so that's where I messed up at. Is all of these are not from Am I the A-hole? Some of them can be from Am I the A-hole. Some of them could be from Best of. Some of them could be off my chest. Some of them could be just from anything. But they get downvoted to an oblivion and get so embarrassed on there that they delete it. Somebody on Reddit, or probably a lot of people, Reddit is pretty big, catches those posts before the person has a chance to delete it and put it on another sub post called Am I the Devil?
Okay.
So remember when we was talking about the grandmother who what was the lady's name? Bay. And she how can I say this so y'all can remember? The grandmother who just couldn't understand why the daughter-in-law and the son don't want to pick her up after she left the hospital, just having a baby and almost dying in the hospital, and that's so messed up. Well, one of the parts where somebody posted her story on Am I the Devil? And she came back, I'm far from being the devil. These people on here are the devil. It was stupid. But anyway. Let's see, wait a minute before we get into the first video.
That's the usual response that I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah,
It's no better.
That's cute. I need to start dressing better. Thank you. I guess. I'm dressing the way I dress. Sorry. Wow, music goes hard. Love it. Thank you. Now, I did pick the music. I didn't do the video, but I did pick the music. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the first video. Boyfriend pays half the bills.
I'm hurt and betrayed. My boyfriend is a great person, and we've been together for 3 years. My boyfriend is very frugal. I would say too frugal. He graduated with a degree in computer science, and he's been making decent money since he graduated. When he graduated, he used the FHA loan for a humble but small townhome. I'm someone who differs in that I like luxury. Last year, I got a nice high-rise apartment in a major metropolitan area and signed a 14-month lease. With that, my rent was $4,100 a month. Eventually, with other bills, I wasn't able to afford it. My boyfriend's mortgage is really cheap because his place is extremely cheap. Mind you, his townhouse is only a 2-bedroom. My apartment is only a 1-bedroom, but that's what you expect. You're paying for the view, it's near the top, the concierge, and the luxury experience. My boyfriend and I had a talk because I needed his help. He would cover half of my rent, and then I would either move in with him or get a cheaper apartment. I could even stay in my same apartment building and switch to one of the cheaper rooms. I would have moved in with him, but not at his place. He agreed that he could move, but we still couldn't find a place that worked for both of us because he's so cheap. Anyway, I realized that him and I would be getting married soon, so it's better to renew my lease and enjoy the high-rise, nice luxury for 1 more year. I was dreading telling him, but last night I told him. He was pissed. He said, "So you expect me to pay half your rent again?" I told him, "Well, obviously." He said, "Have you considered that I like nice things too? But it's hard to do that when I'm sending you $2,500 a month." Wait, hold up. $2,500 a month is not half of $4,100. That's half of $5,000. Does that mean that OP told her boyfriend that it's $5,000 a month and she's pocketing the extra $900 and he thinks he's paying half? Anyway, sorry, I just had to point out that detail that I noticed here. He said, I would work with you if you were just bad at managing your personal finances and try to teach you. But it's worse than that. You're just selfish and you're trying to take advantage of me. I was angry at him accusing me of just trying to take advantage of him. That's not true at effing all. I love him, and the fact that he said that hurts. He just hung up and blocked me everywhere. I'm gonna head down to his townhouse today so that we can talk about this. Any suggestions? All right, hold on. Let me look through the comments because she didn't even mention the possibility of him moving into her house. I mean, if he's paying half the rent anyways, isn't that logical? Then he could rent out his place. Is it because she literally just doesn't want to? She wants the place all to herself? Let's see if I can find out. She worked as a bartender? Okay, hold on. Let's assume this is New York. Bartender salary in New York. It sounds like New York, right? She says big city, high rise. All right, the average salary for a bartender in New York is $15 an hour plus tips. It says the average is $43K. So yeah, there's no way. Even if she only spent all of her money on just that apartment, she still couldn't afford that apartment.
You go first, Anna.
So she's expecting him to pay half of her rent. Does she give anything to him? I didn't
No.
No. Okay.
Her.
And he's the frugal one. She isn't over the top and not able to curtail her spending at all.
Because she don't have to.
I mean, this is very simple. It's a spoiled princess, and you got up in your feelings about being called out. I hope he finds out that, yeah, you've been telling him 5,000, so he's been giving you 2,500. That's very wrong. Like,
I have a theory on that, though. I have a theory.
A theory?
Yeah, it's still wrong. It's crap.
Oh, yeah.
I think she's saying 5,000, 2,500 of 5,000 because not only is he paying for the apartment, but all the bills that come with the apartment.
Some utilities as well?
Utilities. So he's not just saying pay half for the apartment. She's just about saying pay half.
Pay half of my living expenses. Yes. Complete. Sweetheart, this is not the way to show your love and appreciation and your want to build a partnership with someone. This is extortion and being an a-hole.
Yeah. You're a gold digger. You about to lose your and here's the funny thing about it, lady. Either you're so entitled that you just assumed your boyfriend was going to pay for everything, or you were you knew you was in the wrong, so you was going to guilt him, so that's why you going ahead and signed the lease first and then tell him, going, hey, I already signed the lease and you my boyfriend, it's out of my hands now, so yeah, I'm gonna need you to. So either way, you are a-hole. You are entitled, you're a spoiled little princess, and every other thing. Now, I'm not even trying to be derogatory because I honestly just can't come up with a good word to describe you. I'm sorry, I just don't. It's just unfortunate. Some relationships just ain't worth it. Imagine how much worse be as a wife. Oh, a whole lot worse. And
Ooh.
by the way, OP, what other thing? Never have somebody who's giving you $2,500 a month and then call them cheap. Like,
Yeah,
those
really.
things don't mesh because he's smart enough to actually know how to balance his budget to have $2,500 a month. You, on the other hand, do not.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah, you need to stay in your lane, but it doesn't matter. He blocked you on everything. He's probably not even going to answer the door. And I wouldn't.
I hope not. I hope that was blocking and like, okay, I see this for what it is, and I'm moving on.
I'm done. All right. Next video. I have so many good ones, but yeah, let's do this one. Family thing. Programming princess.
I'm a 36-year-old man, and I've been a web developer for many years now, and I have lots of experience. About a year ago, my 9-year-old daughter suddenly decided that she wanted to learn coding. She asked me to teach her. I declined and explained that it's complex and I don't have the time, and I would burn out from doing that after work because it's tough. But she was free to learn on her own. We have a whitelist of sites that she can access on her laptop, so we weren't afraid of her searching the web. She did teach herself some C++, which is not a language I've used in years, and it's a bit outdated and not the simplest to pick up. It's been a year, and she now calls herself Princess Programmer, and it's a little cringy, and she likes to wear a nice dress or skirt while working on some simple games she makes. Recently, she overheard one of my work meetings and learned what code reviews are, and asked me to do one on her newest game while claiming that the Princess Programmer wrote it very well and expects it to be very good. I noticed many issues like bad variable naming conventions, code duplication, using if condition return instead of just returning the condition. I told her the quality sucked compared to production code, and it'd be easier to rewrite than fix it. I told her that if she wanted to learn more, she could rewrite it with my advice, and that programming is serious and not a game. And she should stop with the outfits and the Princess Programmer stuff, and maybe try an easier language than C++. She cried and threw a tantrum and is upset at me because I was too mean. Now, my wife is also upset at me and says that I should have lied and said that her work was good and told her how to make it better. My wife did do coding in college, but she doesn't do much of it for her job these days. Am I the butthole here?
She was how old? 9?
7 or 9.
7? 9? Let's be generous and say she was 9.
Okay.
Okay? Dude, you were so rough. 9 and learning coding. That's If you didn't want to get into it with her, there was a bunch of things that you could have said or given her some encouragement, but no, you were like, "Ew, don't touch me." You acted like a valley girl the entire time, like, I just can't be bothered. You're a father. Your daughter comes to you, maybe wanting to spend a little bit of time with you, and so she thinks, well, what does daddy do all day? Because in order to get in with daddy, you gotta do what he's interested in. You know, like there was no information from her side. So I don't know how into it she is. Maybe she was really gung ho to learn it on her own. Like she wanted it, that kind of I will have the best of my parents rub off on me kind of thing. Dude, she's 9. And she didn't make a perfect game for you. Did you maybe think in the context of her age, her ability, all the rest of it, the outfits, she's 9. How many times do I have to say this to get it in your head? Like some adults think that their children are little mini-me's and should be just as developed, grown up. I'm not sure how to say that, but I don't like that. And when you can't be bothered to stop and teach your child something, something's wrong. You know, whether she's there to spend time with you, learn something that will actually be super helpful in her life. There are all kinds of like games that you could have gotten her to start her off on a better language. That yes, C++ is it's like before learning HTML, I remember learning some C++ coding that I dropped that really quick. Like I did a short at 16 where I was developing or designing websites and would help friends uh, with like women's shelter, and I'd give them a pretty website and a good look and something that would make people want to come in and learn more, click a little bit deeper. And as you go on, you learn a whole lot more and you start learning new languages. It's just a matter of time. Unless you have badly set up your child to fail, basically. This dude, you so wrong. So wrong. Your kid likely both wants to spend time with you and learn something really valuable. That's something that could go into so many jobs. Anything with computing is valuable these days. And these days, coding is something that's being involved in a lot of STEM classes. Like, you actually could have had a bonding thing with your kid there where you taught to her early. No, you is the whole jerk, nothing but a jerk. You know, go to jail. Don't collect $200. Go directly to jail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, dude. Mine is gonna be a little short. And I'm just gonna throw out 2 tidbits for you to think about. Number one, at 9 years old, kids are more interested in playing a game than creating one.
Right.
And you got somebody who literally wants to create their game from the back end. Number two, Mr. Sadiddy, what the hell was you doing at 9 years old?
Good question.
Was you coding? Because you 30, whatever it is, you was in your 30s. They didn't have
36.
computer programs 30 years ago. So what was you doing at 9? Was you coding then too? So I don't know what your problem is. I don't know if you just irritated, don't want to be bothered with your daughter. I don't know if you're
I don't
jealous
get that.
because somebody at 9 years old is
I
interested
get
in
that.
your job. You are one of those people, one of those professionalists that if you're gonna do this, you better do it correctly. You better do it right the first time, no matter who you are. I don't know what your problem is, but you just have this thing where, and like a lot of Reddit stories that I listen to, you act like a butt and then don't understand why people don't want to talk to you. And it's like, we're telling you why.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's that bad. Well, we don't care what you think. If we was worried about what you was thinking, we wouldn't be on here telling you that you was wrong. You didn't think when you posted this. You didn't think when you did the things that you did. You didn't think when you wrote this down and thought it was okay. You didn't think when you posted this and thought it was right. Now you want to go, well, I don't think I did anything. Well, your thought is irrelevant. It really is. It's irrelevant. Some of these stories that I'm going to show tonight, it's like, you really sat down and typed this out, proofread it, and went, yep, I'm in the right. But you want us to entertain what you thought. Well, you thought wrong. And Dappis had a funny analogy of he's the type of person where his son comes to him and say, Daddy, teach me how to wrestle. He goes, you don't know how to wrestle. Pick him up and throw him across the room into the coffee table. You that type of father that it just, everything for you just come off as everything somebody do has to be the top. But like I said, I gave you several. They have to be the top tip. They have to be as smart as you. Because I'm pretty sure you trained yourself, or you went to college for it, or you read a lot of books to do the stuff that you do. 9-year-old just jumped right into it. Taught her own self.
Yeah.
How you were taught. Jealousy, envy. I don't know what your problem is, but my advice to the 9-year-old, and I hate to even say this because it's just so stupid. Don't let anybody stop you from doing the stuff that you want to do, even your own family. And that's a pathetic thing to have to teach a 9-year-old. Do not let anybody stop you, even if it's your own family. And by the way, I don't care if the little girl is wearing a cowboy hat with a princess dress on and glass slippers. Who cares? She's doing it at home.
She's
Serious
coding.
business. No, it's not. She's not selling it. It's not a business. The girl can be playing Taylor Swift in the background as she coded. Nobody cares but you.
And that might be version 1 of what ends up being a very successful game. You never know.
But you come off as the person who would take credit for it if it becomes a successful game. That's my daughter.
Girl, you take your ideas and you run with them. I know you're young. Try to have a little bit of a paper trail or a video trail of your thoughts, what you wanted to make, because this is your intellectual property.
Yeah.
You have fought hard for it.
You do you, boo. And congratulations, 9 years old coding.
And
woo, you do you, boo.
much respect. I could not do that.
All right, let's get into a more serious one.
Well, that was serious, but
that was serious. But there's another one that's a little more serious. There's one that's a little less serious than that, but it's still serious. And then I'm just going to end the first hour with the dumbest one of them all.
Oh boy. Okay.
But
ease me into it.
Yeah, we used to it.
I'm a 48-year-old man, and I recently lost my wife to cancer a year ago. It was very devastating for me and my daughter, Emily, who's 17. 3 months ago, I remarried to an amazing woman, Jess, who's 41. Wait a second. 3 months ago he remarried, but he lost his wife to cancer a year ago? So they met and got married within 9 months of the death? Okay. Well, we've been working together for several years, and she helped me out a lot when my wife was in the hospital during treatments. Yeah, I bet she did. Things have always been tense between me and my daughter, as she's always been a mama's girl. Things have been getting more tense since Jess and her son, Eli, who's 8, moved in 2 months ago. To give background, me and my daughter live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. When it was just us, my daughter and I each had our own rooms. Now that 2 more people have moved in, Jess and I thought that it would be best if her son slept in my daughter's room. Emily originally didn't agree with this, but eventually came around when I told her it was either share a room or take the couch. What? A 17-year-old girl sleeping on the couch? I thought this arrangement was okay, because once she turns 18, I'm expecting her to move out on her own. Other than the room situation, Emily has been hostile with Jess and Eli since they moved in. I can't understand why she would have this resentment towards Jess, who's been nothing but try to be a motherly figure for Emily. Now, we're planning a family vacation for the 4 of us. I extended the invite to Jess and Eli after they moved in, so that we could all feel like a brand new family. I originally booked 2 rooms, one for me and one for Emily, so that we could have our own privacy in the evenings. But Eli insisted on having his own room, so he can feel like a grown-up on his first ever vacation. I told Emily about the new arrangement, and I told her that I could cover the cost of a new room for her, but only half. I can only afford half because I'm taking Eli to Legoland. I'm hoping that Jess and Emily will be able to bond while I bond with Eli, and our family will be blended by the time that we're back home. I expected Emily to be okay with this because she's a lot older than Eli and more mature than him. Instead, she totally freaked out and went off on both me and Jess, saying she feels like not only has her mother been replaced in 8 months, but she's also being replaced by the son that I've always wanted. I admit that I've always wanted to be a boy dad, but that doesn't mean that I love Emily any less. I love Emily, and I really do miss her mom. But I feel like I deserve to move on and get on with my life and happiness. Why doesn't Emily want that for us?
You know what I have discovered over the years? Um,
Mhm.
you telling somebody you love them don't mean jack squat. It just doesn't. Those are so empty words. You have to show you love them, and you're not. Let's count the ways. 8 months you got married after your wife died. 8 months I'm still grieving. I'm sorry. In 8 months I probably won't even be talking to somebody else. Don't want to talk to somebody else, let alone got married to them. Let's move on. Um, I've been a father for a long time. I'm a grandfather now. I don't care how big of a boy you want to feel. I ain't putting a 10-year-old in a room by himself. Are you nuts?
Or a
Huh?
10-year-old with a 17-year-old.
But she should be more mature and be okay. She is the more mature one. That's why she would get the room. Not a 10-year-old. The 10-year-old who ain't even tall enough to look through a peephole if somebody knocks on the door. So he just opens the door. You don't care. Oh, by the way, I guarantee that you didn't tell her that she thought she was gonna be out by 18. Which so amazing people do that.
I know.
That is so you and I'll put this on video right here, right now. If you do not tell your child before they turn 18 that you are kicking them out at the age of 18, you're not a strong parent. You are a coward. Because you don't even give them a chance to build up. I don't know where it is anywhere else. You can't even get an apartment in Charlotte at 18 years old. Like, I don't know where they're going to live. I want you to go out and build and stay on your where. Because you can't get an apartment here. I don't know in North Carolina, but I know in Charlotte, you ain't getting an apartment till you're 21. And even then, you better have heck of a credit and a heck of a job that you're making 3 times as much as the rent.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's this 18-year-old thing doing. But if you don't even tell them beforehand, you're a coward. You didn't want to go through the talks and everything. No, you just want to plop it on them and let them deal with it on their own. Also, one last thing, and then I'll give it to Anna. That's my 17-year-old daughter. I've been in her life from 17 years. I was there from the day she got born. Do you think at any time, and it's subconscious, it's not me consciously doing this, at any time you think I'm gonna put the new wife and the new kid above my child who would been in my life for 17 years? Don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna be bashing the stepchild or the new wife or anything like that. But again, no, I'm not gonna pick the 10-year-old child over my 17-year-old child for a room. No, I'm not going to tell the 10-year-old child to move in the room with the 17-year-old child because I'm stupid enough to not think, gee, I know they're moving in with me, but this is all the room I have. So we're going to have to work it out. Like, this is all about you. You don't care about the discomfort of anybody else. You're just worried about the comfort of yourself. And you got the son that you always wanted. Too bad in the coming future, you're going to lose the daughter that you have right now. And it's well deserved. I'm done, Anna. Done with this fool.
When you're getting close to someone, you have kids, they have kids, or in this case, one kid, you each have one. You really should be planning. By the time you are ready to move in, you should have at least 3 bedrooms.
Before you propose.
It was so incredibly cringy of you to expect your 17-year-old daughter to start living in the same room with a 10-year-old prepubescent boy. In what world did you think that was gonna work? 17-year-old girls have their periods. They need privacy. They need a place where they can go and feel safe. And I don't understand the whole kicking them out once they're 18. Um, I just, unless you are hyper vigilant at teaching your kids how to take care of themselves and be self sustaining, by the time that they are 16, they still won't have enough time to save the money that they need or to make up the credit that they need, have the job. This is just not possible anymore. Not in a lot of places, anyway. And you're just cold. There should be no sacrificing of any family member for your future relationship. That's you being selfish. Selfish as hell. And 10 years old, dude. That boy, if he isn't already, will want to start experimenting with himself. Let's say a prepubescent boy starting to get hormones, starting to go a lot of different places. They are in completely different developmental stages. And she is not yet an adult, a fully formed adult. That means she is your minor, your responsibility, and you are failing her big time. I hope that guy got reamed.
Oh, he did.
Good.
Sure, this am I the devil?
Yeah.
And it's strange that he already knew Jess when his previous wife was still in the hospital getting treatment. If I had to guess, Parker, and this is
Were
not
they
told in the story at
already?
all, either she may have been the nurse for the wife, which I've heard those stories, because she helped me so much while my wife was sick, and then my wife died, and we became very close. Yeah, I bet you did.
I have seen a couple of stories play out.
Welcome, Parker. Sorry. Welcome.
Hey, Parker. Where a dying spouse pushes their partner
Yeah.
to go find somebody, and they. I don't know, it almost seems weird to me, but like they would meet, like the partners would meet, and everybody was cool with it, and that's the main point. You know, some partners are really afraid to go and leave their spouse with no one. You know, who's going to take care of my Jimmy? I don't know. It takes some kind of person to. But then again, when you're facing your own mortality, there. So full disclosure, when I was 19 and first getting really ill, I did feel my body start to break down. Had things continued the way they were, yeah, it wasn't enough for me to survive on. And there is a weird peace that settles upon you. You can't change what's happening. And ultimately, you either have a big tantrum and life's not fair, or you start looking for those little things that you can do that will help things be better when you're not around. So I do understand that wanting to make sure everything's gonna be okay once you're gone. But you need to give somebody time to grieve you.
I understand what you're saying, and I understand the people who want their spouse to be with
Like I
somebody.
said, it's weird to my mind, you know.
Yeah,
Just
I get it. It's they want their spouse to be with somebody that's going to take care of them when they pass
Mhm.
and everything. Full disclosure for me, I ain't that person. Nope,
Alright.
nope.
Mhm.
You was Foxy is a strong-willed person when I met her. She was a strong-willed person when I dated her. She's a strong-willed person when I'm married to her. She better be a strong-willed person after I leave this planet. She don't need nobody else. And I don't want her to have anybody else. I mean, it'll be out of my hand because I'm gone, but still, this is my wants. No.
I do know a lot of people who say that they have both male and female relatives their whole life um it is revolved around a partner, and when they don't have one,
It is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous when you make your family. And I'm sorry, this is just going to come off cruel, but I'm
yes,
not trying
Parker.
to be cruel.
Mhm.
It is very dangerous to make your family, your kids, your significant other, the center of your attention. Um, Empty nest syndrome, I ain't never been through that before in my life. Me and Foxy has always sat there and said, we are grooming you to stand on your own 2 feet, even if I wasn't here. Period, point blank, in a story. That's how we raising you. My mom had told me so many times when I was a little kid, what would you do if I wasn't here? And I never understood what that meant when I was little, because it's like, well, you're standing right in front of me, Bob, so I have no idea what that
No.
means. But I'm now grown. I went, yeah, what would I have done if she was not here? Nor do you know the time, the hour, or the minute. So yeah, I get it. And Kiko, I was dead serious. No, I'm not that person. No, you good. No, no, no.
Mama Hart
Strong will, yes. She can stand on her own
danced
2 feet without nobody. She got it.
Mama Hart danced and then wrote the forewords and beginning chapters of 2 of her stories, wrote a couple of songs, and there was something else going on I'm just blanking on right now. It was that time of me, I had a good health time where we thought I had gotten better and was able to maybe go have a life of my own. But that it did not turn out to be that way in the long run. However, I did come back home at 23. But, you know, Mama Hart always said emptiness was not something that came for her. She enjoyed it. Like, yes, this was. Mhm, mhm. I
Mhm.
understand. And I was so happy for her. I wouldn't want somebody, like, going back to the emotional talk that we had, but not being so emotional about it. Um, yes, there is a lot of hard to take feelings, and you think you are an absolute burden on someone. You never want to be an adult child staying home. But those are the die that was cast, and we all make the absolute best of it. But I'm always so happy when, something happens and it's just for her.
Yeah. All right. We only have enough time for one more story, and I'm not going to get the serious one. I'm going to get the stupid one.
Oh, sorry.
So, Anna,
Hmm?
get ready. We done had some dumb stories on here before, but
Yes.
woo, here we go. How do I make amends?
I'm a 25-year-old guy, and I want to make amends with my 23-year-old brother after betraying him years ago. Me and my brother, John, didn't have the best relationship. It started off strong, but as I got older, I viewed life as a game and spent my time belittling him. Everything was a challenge to me. I loved outdoing him when I could, but I started to see him quickly pass me in accomplishments. The one area I always had over him was women. He was always a lover boy, and I know how to keep it real. But then, 4 years ago, he started dating one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen. He was head over heels in love with her. I never thought about crossing that line, but a friend of me told me that I couldn't pull her. So I said, screw it, time to prove him wrong. It took a few months, but I managed to start hooking up with her. They'd been together for a year at this point. When he found out, he was hurt and he's been no contact ever since. This impacted me in the most horrible way possible. My parents went low contact with me and stopped giving me the assistance I need. I lost a lot of people to the situation. I'll be honest, I don't make money. My brother makes substantially more, and a lot of money for not just his age, but in general. My parents are comfortable and in retirement, and my oldest sister and her husband make good money. But because of the situation, my sister sided with John, understandably, and is low contact with me, and she provides me no help. I was very distracted when I was younger, and I made bad decisions that led me to a point where I bounced from retail job to retail job. I figured that if I could make amends with him, then I can start getting the help I need to turn things around in my life. My family would stop being low contact and be more generous. I texted him for the first time in years and got no reply. I messaged him on social media from alternate accounts, but got no reply. I can't just go visit him because he lives and works in DC and that's far. So how do I make amends?
As long as your goal is to get money, you are not trying to make amends. Still in the first hour. Still in the first hour.
Still in the first hour.
Do we still have the little girl?
Uh-huh. Do we still have the little girl?
The
Oh, hold on. Let me
I
see.
need it.
Oh, jeez. I'm trying. Hold on. Give me a second.
I can't do negative today. Positive vibes. Positive vibes.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, you're so wrong. So wrong.
Oh.
Oh. The fact that you think your family somehow owes you money to survive. Dude, start applying for government assistance or hey, and there's nothing wrong with retail jobs. Whatever job you can get, that's a good one. No, that's stupid, silly. You don't deserve your family. They were giving you help. They were probably happy too, up to a certain point. But you had to go and see if you could pull a girlfriend just for a bet? No consideration as to did John have feelings? Did you just crush something? I mean, John will go on. You know, a relationship lost is not the end of absolutely everything. You're right. That was stupid. That was so you low.
You know, dude.
You foul. That's where you are a 4-letter word that starts with F, dude.
I'm gonna make this short so we can go ahead and get into the second hour real quick. Number one, you're lying about something.
Oh, where do you think?
You lied and said this was the reason why my family went low contact. And I'm not
Ah.
disagreeing with you saying that this was low and foul and disgusting and everything else. It
Hmm.
is. It is enough to make you the black sheep of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but this was the final straw to a lot of other things you're not telling in this story. You
Yeah.
have done a lot more things, and this happens to be the final straw. It is very hard for family members to just literally cut you off completely. It is hard. But
Oh,
this
okay, but the thing that he did was
was the final straw.
extreme.
Yeah, it was the extreme and the final straw. So we can imagine the stuff that he did in the past where they probably looked at him and went, dude, you are literally getting on this family's nerve. Oh, okay. Okay. And you did this, and it's like, no, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Because if you could do this after we warned you how bad you was in the past, you don't care. You don't care. You just don't. You don't care who you hurt. You don't care. So we're done. And they jetted. Number two, why are you? I'm using your words, not to say
Mhm.
that in retail is not succeeding. A job is a job these days, but why are you not succeeding? Why do you need to have everybody else's money for you to succeed? That's something on you, dude. In your own words, why are you not succeeding? Why do you think you need other people's money to succeed? And number three, so we can go ahead and get into the second hour. Yeah, you're not sorry. You're broke. Two different things.
Mhm.
You are not sorry about what you did. You're broke. And you want to make amends for that reason and that reason only. I could never betray my brother like that. I don't even have a brother, but if I did, could never betray my brother like that over a challenge. You know what you should have told that dude? I bet you can't pull her. I'm not going to. She's dating my brother. Why would I do that? And that's
Mm.
a blessing in disguise because she's easily manipulative to sleep with you in months. They have saved her. They have saved your brother. That's the only nice thing I can say about this whole situation. Maybe that was just really what the girl for you. And somebody can easily be pulled away to sleep with our brother in months after dating over a year. Nah, bruh. You deserving everything you get. And at this point, I'm being real nice when I say this. You may start need to try to revert your way into just saying, okay, I'm on my own. I'm doing this on my own. So I need to go ahead and start thinking of my path forward, knowing that I have to do everything on my own. You're not, because like I said at the beginning of this story, you stupid. So you're not gonna do it. Anyway,
And you were dependent on other people, yet you act this recklessly.
you
You
don't
more than stupid.
you don't care. Anyway, that's our first hour. I hated that I even left on this thing. I thought that was the weakest one of the stories, and it was, but
Mm.
it wasn't. You just pissed me off a little more than I thought I would be. We're going to go ahead and get into the second hour. Like I said, we have a interesting, no, not an interesting am I the a-hole, because If you're pissed off now, you haven't seen nothing yet. And it's the second hour. So, Anna,
Mm.
you know, you can do
I
whatever
can
you want.
swear.
Yep, and you will. But we do have
Okay.
an interesting positive story of the week, Mafia video
Oh.
of the week, and of course, Foxy video of the week. 3-minute break to reboot and refresh, and we'll see everybody on the other side. Stay tuned.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I always daydreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, 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 finally. I got to a bird. You, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally.
We are back, and without further ado, let's go ahead and pay those bills. Radical Truth tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but it should be an interesting show. Please do not forget to support Tracy at patreon.com. Tracy Media Fan. Help support Tracy in all of her endeavors. Please do not forget to go to Anna Hart's website, BoreliaEtc.com. Learn something that you didn't think you need to know, but you should. Please do not forget to go to Thea's website, Our United Core, Communities Built Movements. And if you need to reach me, you can do so at radtp@outlook.com. That's radtp@outlook.com. And let's go ahead and get into the Mama Heart Hour. Hey, Foxy, how you like the new intro?
Very nice. I like it.
It's so nice.
Oh, God, it's so cool. And the only thing Thea's came out of is, I need to dress better. That's how Thea's. Am I the a-hole?
Ooh.
I have never said this on Am I the A-hole ever. At least I don't think I have.
Mhm.
But I can honestly tell you, I would feel like subconsciously I would have to lay hands on somebody. And like I said, I've never felt that about any story. I've been mad, I've yelled, I cussed, I screamed, and everything else. But not one time have I sat there and said, there's going to be some furniture movement. This is one of them times where I cannot promise myself that I couldn't do it. Let's go ahead and get into it.
So this is still pretty fresh, and I'm absolutely fuming. For context, I, 38 female, lost my daughter 2 years ago in a car accident. She was only 14, and ever since that day, I've kept her room exactly as she left it. I don't go in there often, but just knowing that it's there untouched brings me comfort. It's like having a piece of her still with me. Her posters, her art supplies, her clothes. All of it is still there. I can't bring myself to change it. Now, fast forward to a few months ago, my brother, 34 male, and his new wife, 29 female, had some financial issues after blowing a ton of money on a ridiculous, extravagant wedding. They asked if they could stay with me a little while if they saved up for a place. Even though I wasn't thrilled about it, I agreed because, well, family, right? At first, things were fine until recently. I noticed my sister-in-law making comments about how I shouldn't keep a shrine and how it's time to move on. I ignored her because, frankly, it's none of her damn business how I grieve my child. My brother stayed quiet mostly, but I could tell she was getting into his ear. Anyway, I come home from work last week to a literal nightmare. I walked into my daughter's room, and I kid you not, they had taken all of her posters down, boxed up her stuff, and had started repainting the walls a hideous beige. You gotta be shitting me. They had moved in a bunch of generic furniture, hung up new curtains, and were apparently turning it into a guest room. I lost it, screaming, crying, the whole thing. I asked them what the hell they were thinking, and their response, my sister-in-law had the nerve to tell me that they did it as a favor to help me move on, because it was unhealthy for me to keep the room as it was. I was shaking with rage. I told them to pack up their stuff and get the hell out of my house immediately. My brother tried to calm me down, saying they meant well and they were only trying to help me let go. He even tried to make me feel guilty by saying they had nowhere else to go right now, as if that would make me suddenly forgive them for destroying the last piece of my daughter I had left. I told them I didn't care, and they had crossed an unforgivable line. Now my whole family is divided. My parents think I overreacted and say I'm being heartless for kicking them out. They keep saying they were just trying to help, they didn't mean any harm, and that I'm being too harsh because people grieve differently. Oh, what? That doesn't even make sense. They're even suggesting that I apologize and let them move back in. My brother's still texting me, asking me to reconsider, saying they're in a tough spot, but all I see when I look at him is betrayal. So am I the astronaut for kicking them out and refusing to even consider letting them back in after what they did?
Marlon, would you like to take this first?
Yeah, I'm going to take this first. Because something was said that I'm sure a lot of people didn't pick up on. I didn't pick up on it until Dusty said it. And it made me even more mad. The sister-in-law said, we're just helping you to move on. You shouldn't have a shrine to your daughter who you lost. Dusty pointed out that these two got married 2 years ago. That means the daughter died before this girl even came into the family, which means she never even met the niece. The niece was already gone. The fact of the matter is, one, I'm mad at her because you are deciding how I should grieve in my house. Two, okay, I'm so sick of these stories of they got it to his ear. They got it to his ear. Dude, that was your fucking niece. That was your niece. And you thought this was cool? You couldn't rearrange shit in my house for any reason. None. Zero. This is not your house. I'm doing you a damn favor. You are not doing me a favor. But guaranteed, if you touch anybody after I have lost my family member and decide upon yourself that you're going to do something without my permission, which you knew you weren't going to get, yes, Anna, I'm terribly sorry. They going to feel some hands. And for the other family members, I'm going to be the first one to be on the phone and go, fuck you. Do not call my damn phone with this foolishness. And the only reason you're doing it is you're not doing this because you think that you just overreacted and everything. You're doing it because you don't want their ass in your house. You selfish bastards. That's the only reason you're doing it. Because you don't want these dumbasses in your house. And speaking of dumbasses, you don't have no place to stay because you blew your whole budget on a party. Now you want to roll up in somebody's house after they're doing you a favor and decide I'm going to do what I want to do? Oh no, what could possibly go wrong? Your fucking ass on the street is what went wrong. And if I had my way, your fucking ass would have still stay on the street. I have no desire whatsoever to talk to my brother ever again. Now, the only reason I say I may talk to my brother is because there is a familiarity with my brother. It ain't gonna be no damn time soon, and it's under my discretion. But for the sister-in-law, fuck off. And I'm going to make it perfectly clear, and then I'm going to give it to Anna, because this is what happens in politics. This is what happened with this family drama. This is what happened in relationships. This is what happened in all these situations. I will cuss you the fuck out in 5, 10, 15 years from now. You even walk up to me and say, get the fuck over it because it happened a long time ago. Fuck you. I ain't got to get over shit for your happiness. You destroyed the last bit of my child. Fuck you. You ain't never got to talk to me another day in my life because I sure as hell don't feel like talking to you. You can't hurt my feelings because you destroyed it when you did this. So what? It just amazes me so much. Family members calling me with what they think I should do with my shit. Then you do it. If family is family, you house them.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm the last beacon of them having a home, that's kind of actually more fucked up than you think. So, my last part of the statement before I give it to Anna, fuck you. Pretty much the theme of this, my whole answer. Fuck you and fuck off. Whichever one makes you more mad. Done with it.
I can't blame you for wanting to defend your child. And that was an act of violence that they committed to first. You, sweetheart, are not in the wrong. You are not an asshole. Your brother and sister-in-law, there isn't a level that reaches them. This is so disgusting that you think because something either makes you uncomfortable or whatever it makes you feel is irrelevant. I was her child. And you won't get it because you didn't get it. Indeed. Fuck you. And fuck off. Nobody could convince me to bring you back into my life, even if you are my brother. Oh, the maliciousness in this, it cannot be understated here. You don't care about your sister at all. And you obviously didn't care about your niece. If you did, there would have been some level of compassion that you could bring out for your family. I don't care if you think it's gone on too long, that this is the wrong way. Motherfucker, this has nothing to do with you. You were so wrong. And you will never be able to give her back what she had. Maybe the last bit of comfort. Feeling like she could go and maybe have a talk with her daughter somewhere that that spirit knows and felt comfortable and could come in. You completely fucked that up. You have no right. That's diabolical. I really hope that OP will be able to build some kind of a place of memory. I still have a place on my altar for my grandfather Grey Wolf. I still talk with him every single day. Lost him when I was 16. One of the things that I like to do, because I live in the woods, and quite often around us we need to take care of trees that either are no longer healthy or they would go down very soon and would impact other trees and plants on their way down. So we are continuously bringing in a lot of young trees, plant them, and try to leave our place as we came upon it. And just as I got the news that my biological father had passed. We were given a cedar tree as well as 2 other trees, which funnily enough, we had 2 other deaths happen. So we started to plant a tree. When somebody passed away, it it may be something that comforts us, maybe something that comforts a family member. So we have planted trees in memory of family members, of friends. Just trying to show someone, hey, you have a place where if you direct a lot of energy towards this one thing and you invoke the thought of your departed loved one, you can put a purpose into that thing. And I believe trees are the perfect living conduit for just this job because the communication, it can go anywhere and everywhere.
Parker had a suggestion.
Mm.
This has to be a candidate for worst person of the year. I literally just put it over there with the rest of the group. It has to
Yep.
now. It has to now.
Yes. I agree, Parker.
So I'm in total agreement with you. Anna, you got your headphones in?
I do not. Go ahead.
Okay. Positive story of the week. But also, I made it a positive story because it is a positive story. But then when I heard it again, I'm like,
Is this real?
yeah, is
Okay.
this a real story? Because now it didn't start, started sounding BS-ery about the end part of it. This is pretty long. This is like 4 minutes, over 4 minutes long. So
Okay.
it's out. Grab you another cup of tea. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. My Little Helper.
So at the time, my 7-year-old daughter loved to help with every little household task. She loved drying the dishes, watering the plants, sorting the mail, even answering the phone. So whenever I have to take her to work with me or on a boring errand, I'd try to find some small job for her to do to keep her occupied. For example, if we were at the grocery store, I might suggest she help the clerks by turning all the cans so their labels faced right side out. And what was really helpful is that it allowed me to finish up the tasks much more quickly. So when I picked her up from school one day, I had to run to a home goods department store and grab a few things for an urgent repair. She was getting restless, so I parked her in the plumbing department and said that she could be helpful to the store by going through their big row of pipes and returning the mismatched ones to their proper holders. Her dad's a plumber, so she knew all about which ones went where. So off I went to finish up a few paces over. I was occupied for all of 10 minutes and periodically peeked over to see how she was getting by. She had moved on from the pipes after a bit, but was checking out the other products and seemed entertained enough. So I take a couple more minutes and all of a sudden I hear, "Associate to aisle 14 please, we need an associate to aisle 14. In a young, chipper, 7-year-old voice. I dash back to the plumbing section and she's nowhere to be found. And then I hear, "It seems we have a birthday in the store. Happy birthday to shopper Nicholas Manikowski." Now, that was the most enthusiastic announcement that this big box store probably ever heard. It brought on some clapping and whooping from shoppers that made it hard to discern the location of the box. But I could barely pick out where the PA was coming from. By the time I got there, my daughter was engrossed in conversation with a young couple. Not young like 7, young like 25. She was gesturing animatedly at a set of sink fixtures. I thought maybe she was asking them for directions to where I might be shopping or something, but instead I hear, "Oh, yeah, you'll want the chrome extender. You'll never sweat the dishes again." and it's such a centerpiece in the room. The store also offers extenders in copper, and I then tapped her on the shoulder, unsure of why she's chatting up these shoppers about faucet add-ons, figuring she'd be relieved to see I found her. Instead, she whips around and goes, "Excuse me, Mom, I'm with a customer." And then she turns right back to her discussion. So I throw my hands up and just hover in the background, waiting to see how this all shakes out. Because if I already know anything about my daughter, it's that when she decides to do something, it's happening one way or another. So she continues to talk to these two morons, unfazed by her age, about the sink, answering all their questions and making suggestions. Now, at first, I was flabbergasted by the fluidity in which she was generating these seemingly accurate responses, and wondering if she was just sitting up at night watching the Home Improvement channel or something. But I soon recognized the lines. She was parroting her father's sales pitches from work. He advises people on fixtures all the time, and his firm got a kickback if he could convince clients to buy from their supplier. The more add-ons, the better, so she was laying it on thick. The couple left agreeing to purchase a whole new sink. When my daughter wrapped up with her customers, I asked her what happened. She explained that while she was sorting the pipes, people kept coming up and asking her for advice. She said, "I guess I look smart." Now, it took me a minute to figure out what happened, because plenty of people who are actually of age to work in this place have been kneeling down rifling through pipes, and they aren't mistaken for workers. At least, I've certainly never been. It wasn't until checkout that it hit me. On this particular day, her class had gone on a field trip or put on a presentation or something, in which all of the children had to wear official name tags. She was especially proud of hers, and she kept it right in the middle of her shirt. It was indistinguishable from the ones employees had on their vest, just the standard red and white, "Hello, my name is blank." People were on such autopilot that they didn't process her age, or they were so impressed by her unprecedented knowledge of plumbing goods that they set it aside. She confirmed that she knew exactly what to recommend from going to work with Dad. I asked how she ended up manning the PA system, and she explained another employee who'd seen her helping the store customers realized how helpful she could be, and asked her to make an announcement. I then asked her how she knew how to operate a PA system, and to my chagrin, she explained her older sister jumped on the PA system whenever she and her friends came by the department store. She also added that someone she'd helped with a fixture decision had mentioned how he was remodeling his house for a 50th birthday present to himself, and she always loves when the bowling alley announces birthdays. So she wanted to try to get the practice started everywhere, with the capacity for announcements. And wasn't that a great idea? She most certainly did not work there, but she was just as helpful as those who did, and I guarantee she had twice as much fun.
Okay, after listening to it for a third time, this is bullshit. Sorry. I just can't bring myself to believe this story. I can't believe that she would get on the PA system and not one employee or manager is going, "Who the hell is that talking on the PA system? What the hell did we saw saying happy birthday to anybody?" I'm sorry. I cannot believe that a 9-year-old or 7-year-old, 7-year-old is sitting
Right.
there explaining to 25-year-olds all the fixture, and they're just standing there going, "Okay, uh-huh. Well, you know what? That makes sense. We'll go get." Sorry, Anna. It's a positive
We'll go
story.
get a whole new sink on this 7-year-old's say so.
Yeah, I can't do it. Nice story. It's sweet. It's cute. I should have caught on to the part where she's so helpful. She like to wash the dishes and dry them off and plant trees and fly a plane. And it just, come on, lady. I can't do it.
I can get a helpful kid.
To an extent.
This is beyond
Yeah.
helpful. Even if you have some knowledge of plumbing, let's say you do. Yeah. If somebody gets on a PA that obviously should not be there, you immediately have managers coming to check it out. 'Cause why was there a child's voice coming over our screen? And no, this was too far. like, yes, okay, I could believe, take out a lot of the elements of this story, that some kids are taught, hey, go make yourself helpful. Instead of sitting here and fidgeting, yeah, go turn the cans around so that the labels are pointing out. Do something with yourself other than annoying me or the people. Yeah, I can believe that. Going off and completely manning an entire department with no pushback? Once again, we get into this store could be in danger if someone maybe whipped out a camera and like, oh, they're letting a 7-year-old work here. Like, and dudes, everybody can get that, hello, my name is the red and white. You don't use that as your job name tag, you know. Maybe Walmart. Walmart is special. But anyway. No.
Are we okay in the world where we have to describe Walmart as special? Like, yeah, I can see Walmart doing that. Sure can. Yeah.
I can. I can see them just taking a sticker. Here you go.
I know you've been here for 2 months, but we still ain't put in your order for your own name tag. But here you go. Hello Kitty. My name is
Hello Kitty.
So yeah, I can see, yeah, Walmart wouldn't shock me at all. Spider-Man. Hello, my name is, because you got it from the Halloween sticker process and the side there, and I'm not gonna spend any money.
My name is.
So nah, it's a cute story, but nah.
Make it a little more believable. Come on.
It was the announcement that got me. It was like, no, because now I realize
And the last name.
Yeah. But the
said, like, too much.
And then I started thinking about it. You 7 years old. I'm not saying this is not possible. Okay, I'm clearly not saying it. It's a possibility, but it's a small possibility. You know where the phones are for you to make calls over the PA. You think a 7-year-old can reach that far up to get the phone?
Good point.
To make an announcement? Do you think a
tall 7-year-old?
Yeah, unless you're a tall 7-year-old, but now you also have to know which button to push to make the call.
Right.
They don't pick up.
I don't know what number.
I don't know. Because right now, before you push a certain number, it's just a phone. You can use that to call to the back room, to call another department and things like that. There's a certain type of number that you have to push in to do the announcement thing.
I didn't even know that.
Sorry, lady. So I can't do it. Cute story. But
Cute story. No.
But nah. Mafia video of the week. So sorry, Anna, but like I did say, I was cleaning out my files before the new year, and this been sitting in there for a while. But for anybody that's new to the show, we have a person that who has their own show that I actually said at the beginning when I was doing all the introduction. Tracy. Tracy sends me some of the worst Mafia video of the week things you could ever think of. Hands down, This is the most cringy.
Oh, why do you have to play it if it's the?
It is just ooh wee. How? Because it's one of those. How could this happen? Type of cringy. It is beyond words. Superman, the 1975 musical.
Faster than a speeding bullet. Slowpoke. More powerful than a locomotive. Sorry about that, Amtrak. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. No sweat.
What a man! Thank heaven for Superman!
We need him. We need him.
In the world of evil and doubt, we need him, we need him. In these times of misery and crimes, we need him, we need him. Complications,
Accusations.
a world of cheap sensations, a world with no foundations. That's all we need him.
Yeah, I know.
And somehow he knows we need him, we need him. Down deep Superman, past the edge of hope to fight him. And that's why we need him. He saved my baby from a fire. Saved your baby from a fire. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He caught the thug that was mugging Uncle Meyer.
Saved him from the thug. Yes, he did. And when a bad situation goes by, we need him. We need him. Yes, we do. We need him. He brings the orphans Christmas turkey. Christmas turkey. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He flew my asthmatic son to Albuquerque.
You're right there.
And when the world morrow standards grow murky,
We need him. I need him.
They need me.
In this world of horror and pain, we need him, we need him. In the world of evil and doubt, in these times of misery and crimes, we need, we need him, we need him, we need him, we need him. He is
Stay tuned for Chapter 2, Merchant of Doom.
This Parker, I saw your comment. It came out in 1975. I would be 3 years old when this play, this broadcast, it looked like a broadcast too, came out. I can honestly tell you from the bottom of my heart, a 3-year-old Marlon would hate everybody's fucking guts that this came out at 3. I'm going to hate the writers. I'm going to hate the producers. I'm going to hate the cast. I'm going to hate the people on video who actually put this crap out and thought it was entertainment. I can't catch what the lady said about the turkey, and I'm going to erase it because I honestly don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Why did he fly your asthmatic son to Albuquerque? No, because it really doesn't have to make sense because it's stupid. This was really, really bad. This was Tracy. The only video you ever sent to me that actually almost made it to the Hall of Fame was the Red House. And I just can't bring myself to ever play that video again. I put the Red House to me like Linda Parsons. I just can't bring myself to ever play that video again. But this actually will go on to the Rushmore monuments of the worst video I have ever seen of any play ever. Anna, please make this short so we can move the hell on from this crap, because jeez.
Why do you hate us, Tracy? That's all.
Oh no. OMG, this was literally from a broadcast
A
Broadway musical
Broadway
1966. Oh
bullshit is
no.
from Broadway.
This was on Broadway? 1975. You have let down every decade from this point on. Or maybe this is the one I found different. Who cares? It's bad. I really hope there are not two separate musicals of Superman from the late 60s to the early 70s. LOL. No, let me put it to you this way. Do not make a musical of Superman. I've seen a musical of Spider-Man. It is just that bad too. And I'm going to tell this story. It is so cringy, Anna, but it's also so true. And Parker, you can look this up if you think I'm lying. One of the Avengers movies, I don't know if it's the Avengers or what have you, could have been Ant-Man, it doesn't matter. One of the Marvel movies, in one of their scenes, created an Avengers play. They had the Hulk and Captain America. It was a Avengers play.
Okay.
Do you realize somebody actually created a play after watching that movie? So there is now an Avengers play somewhere out there. It is, oh, Jeebus. It's devastating. The one I found on Broadway is called It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Super Bad. Why not? That was from Hawkeye, the TV show. I remember that. Yeah. Also, Parker, and I know you're not watching, but I'm just talking to Parker. Are you enjoying the Agatha All Alone series? Because I'm actually really kind of enjoying that series. It's fun. It's a fun series. Agatha is an asshole, and I think Agatha will always be an asshole because that's what her character is. The person who plays her, Anna, is the sweetest people you have ever heard. At least when they do interviews with her, she is so nice, but she plays the most disgusting character in the Marvel cinema. She is just really, really bad. So, also, let me throw another tidbit. Y'all can look this up. And I'm going to give off the secret at the end. So, Tom Hanks has a new movie coming out. Love Tom Hanks. But he has a new movie coming out. And I think what it is they're portraying it as a video recording of him and his wife throughout the years, starting with when he met her, when they bought the house, and moved in, when they had their first baby, the surprise party for her birthday and their anniversary. When it's a whole nother genre where they video record all the events with this couple. And I think it's a cool concept. I love events like that. That's not the shocker, though. It's not the shocker of the whole movie. Who is portraying Tom Hanks' wife throughout the whole movie?
His wife? What? Rita?
Nope.
No?
No, but you know her. You do know her. Trust me, you know who it is. You ready?
Lay it on me.
It's Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Princess Bride.
Yes.
She was Buttercup.
but she is Jenny. I mean, obviously she's not Jenny in this new movie, but it's the
Robin
same
Wright?
actress, huh?
Robin Wright is her name, I
I
believe.
can't remember her name because the funny thing
She was
about it,
married to Sean Penn, correct?
oh God, I hope not.
I think because Buttercup was married to Sean Penn. So if it's Robin,
But it's Jenny from the Forrest Gump movie. I was like, this is
I,
so cool.
I do
Like, this
believe
is so
so.
cool.
Parker, can you check on me, please?
Yeah, Parker, please check on that for me because there's
Robin
another
Wright?
part where I'm thinking that she is also in the movie, in the TV show House of Cards. If I'm
I
not,
didn't see that one.
don't. There's a reason why I
Oh,
went out. Well, there's a reason
okay.
why they revamped it, by the way. That was what's that dude's name that allegedly did a lot of awful things in Hollywood. That's why he was blacklisted in the middle of House.
Oh,
Spacey, Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, I think that was Kevin Spacey. But his wife is played by who I didn't realize was Jenny, but
Jen.
the Weinstein. Yeah, Weinstein had something to do with it too.
Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, that's
Harvey,
who I thought of.
he had something to do with it, but they rebooted it. I didn't even know they did it. They rebooted it where they got rid of the Kevin Spacey character because he was the president. That's how House of Cards was played. They booted him out, and now the wife is the president. So it's still named House of Cards, but now she's the one. She's the president now.
Okay.
I was like, because I saw House of Cards and I went, wait a minute, because it was so bad they took up the show down. It was that bad. It was like the stuff that was coming out. It was like, nope, can't even show this on air no more. Nope, 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 and then they reboot. I said, wow, they brought back House of Cards. I'm like, oh, this is the get over it type of thing. Then I went, no, that's the wife, and the wife is now the president. So I was like, hint, hint, America. A woman is president of the United States. Make it come true. Foxy's videos of the week. 3 videos of tonight, one in which I'm going to save until tomorrow because I'd love to get his thought on it. But when they want to see you fail, but you won't.
Like some people are taught, make sure that if you fail, do it smiling so that it looks like you meant to do
You
it.
meant to do it. Yeah. I remember that. I meant to do that. I meant to do that. But she caught herself and strike that pose. Oh, hey, meant to do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the thing. Next video. When you're 50 years old, this is from your point of view versus reality. Go, Granny. That's all I can say to you. Go,
You
Granny.
mean no boo?
Go, Granny. I think I'm going to save that for tomorrow, too, for
As
theaters.
long as you are still dancing,
Yes.
you have won. You have won in life.
And you don't understand how it's one of those things is like, Oh, that's so cute. First of all, please do not call me cute when I get older like that. I'm not a baby. That's not, to me, that's not a compliment.
Okay.
That's so, because it sounds like, oh, that's so cute because I'm doing it at my age. Like, what? Like, don't do that. I'm the only time I'll probably stop dancing is when I'm dead. And even in a wheelchair, you're gonna still see me going.
There are ways to dance, even when you can't get up from bed.
All right.
Hmm?
Last video of the night. This is the video that I want Theus to talk about tomorrow.
Okay.
And I remember Theus always had an issue with women saying, well, I'm doing this because all men could do it, so I don't see no problem if I could do it. And Theus always said, you can't do what men do. You just can't.
Mhm.
That's not how this works. I found the perfect analogy of what Theus was saying. You can't do what all men do. That is one of my favorite videos.
Okay.
Oh God. That is one of my favorite videos. It's gonna go down. Oh God, I can't wait for Theus to see that video. Because then he'll go, so you think it's funny? Flatulence is funny? Flatulence is about, or I don't know. I don't even know where Theus could go like 50,000 directions. And
Mhm.
I'll never know until he tells us. Well, we got 3 minutes, so let's go ahead and get into some of our old ones.
She's not a crazy lady, she a Christian lady is what it's written there.
Yeah, that's what was written there. I'm not going to say this is what started us watching those videos because I promise you that I think the video
No.
that's all
What started us is
what
not being
started
played
all,
right now.
yeah, I can't play right now because I have a special place where I want to play that. So I can't play the video that started everything. But surprisingly enough, I can play my all-time favorite though. I can play my all-time favorite video from this guy.
It was the 90s, and we were at the fall festival, and it was this game where you threw darts at balloons, and the prize was either these weird mirrors with heavy metal bands, or you could also pick a goldfish. And I really wanted the goldfish, and I popped a balloon, but my friend was like, don't pick a goldfish, are you gay? So I was like, no, and I picked the Twisted Sister mirror. But actually, I wanted the goldfish. I just didn't want anyone at the fall festival to think I'm gay. But looking back, I wish I had been brave enough to be myself at the fall festival, being gay with the goldfish, being gay with the goldfish, sing it with me, gay with the goldfish, being gay with the goldfish. That window is open and there's two guys who could totally hear me.
I really want to know what the original skit was. That's going to kill me. It's going to kill me until I hear it. All right, one last video of the night. I'll give Anna
What?
one of
You don't know?
I'm assuming you're Legibitqua until you come out to me as straight.
What?
I now wish to be referred to as Legibitqua. Yep, that's happening now. Let's Legibitqua. Feels so bougie. I'm a member of the Legibitqua.
No.
I love it. Legibitqua, y'all.
You made my day.
Oh, God. Well, that is the end of our show, everybody. One other's kind of special thing to share with everybody, but you'll see it. But Anna, tell everybody where they can find you.
Wait, but one other what?
Yeah, it's one other surprise, but you'll get it in a minute.
Oh, okay. Kind of a. Anyway, BorreliaEtc.com, BorreliaEtc.com. And links are on there, but same name on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, all the places.
And you can see some of her videos on this channel as well, as long as Thea's Robinson as well. As Kinko's video as well are on this channel. Again, please go to these channels, these videos, help support them. If you haven't already, please hit that like button on the way out the door. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, and of course,
I'm assuming you're Legibitqua.
I appreciate Anna. I will really appreciate a returning Theas. And until next time, we will see you when we see you. Peace.